Good afternoon, Pak Sahid, Pak PM Purwanto, and Pak Agas. Thank you for the opportunity, and I hope everyone is safe and healthy in this pandemic. Before going further, let me introduce myself. My name is Ronald Andika from Business Management Faculty Economics and Business, batch 2016, majoring in marketing. And today I will be presenting the result of my thesis called The Effect of Website and Product Appeals on Purchase Intention. Please enjoy. The pretty fast development in information technology today is increasing intensively due to the support of government and the changing trend of how consumers behave. With the massive penetration of technology in many parts of life, specifically the improvement of current information technology has a result in the e-commerce nowadays. The data from UPG survey in 2016 shows that 63.5% users in Indonesia have done online transactions, with 83.44% of them already accessing the internet using the smartphone or tablet. The development of business in cyberspace is currently starting to be in great demand, with the projected value of 780 trillion rupiah for Indonesia in 2022 by McKinsey & Company in 2018. As a result, it can be said that the fast pace of technology and its utilization in our day-to-day activities, internet has changed the way individuals make, share, and absorb information in a contemporary society. And based on some previous studies, Xiao and Ben Basat in 2011 stated that consumers still concerned about having the risk associated in online transaction that couple with the fraud and misproduct delivery within an e-commerce site. The research from Jiang and Ben Basat in 2007, as well as Wells et al. In 2011, stated that e-commerce site cannot only duplicate the experience of offline shopping, e-commerce site must also be able to present their product in appealing manner. Last but not least, some other researchers also mentioned that a great quality of e-commerce site is more likely to prompt consumers to make buying decisions on the site. But even though the booming of e-commerce already since a decade ago, there are still a lot of risks that influence the buyer's intention to buy. Even more conventional shopping is still preferable for some people due to many reasons for Indonesian cases. Therefore, there's an urgency to understand the factor of an appealing e-commerce that can bring out the intention to buy from the buyer or visitors in online setting. And there are 10 research questions in here, which are: first, service content quality, service delivery quality, and enjoyment toward the website appeal; perceived technicity, perceived justifiability toward the product appeal; then the website appeal, product appeal, and trust toward the purchase intention; and also trust toward the relationship between website appeal and purchase intention, as well as the relationship between product appeal and purchase intention. And therefore, this list's objective is to analyze product appeal and website appeal as a focused psychological mechanism to e-commerce sites in order to enhance consumers' purchase intention within the influence of trust. This research is replicating from the previous research from Fei et al. In 2017 called The Art of Appeal in Electronic Commerce. Well, the object of this research is consumers of top 5 consumers in Indonesia, namely Shopee, Tokopedia, Bukalapak, Lazada, and Blibli. And this research is using 3 theoretical framework called signaling theory, appealing theory, and warranting theory that talks about how extrinsic cues or signals can be used to deliver signals about trustworthiness or great quality of e-commerce site for signaling theory. And for appealing theory is talking about visual appeal and product appeal to increase the consumer's positive belief toward an e-commerce site. And lastly, warranting theory is used for describing how people can distinguish among various and many signals on the basis of their trust. And moreover, individuals will much more rely on the information with great warranting value. And next are the hypotheses from this research. From the first hypothesis, service content quality positively influences website appeal. The second hypothesis is service delivery quality positively influences website appeal. The third hypothesis is enjoyment positively influences website appeal. The fourth one, perceived technicity positively influences product appeal. The fifth one, perceived accessibility positively influences product appeal. And next, the website appeal positively influences purchase intention. Seventh one, product appeal positively influences purchase intention. The eighth one, trust positively influences purchase intention. The ninth hypothesis is trust moderates the positive relationship between website appeal and purchase intention. And last but not least, trust moderates the positive relationship between product appeal and purchase intention. And here's the research model of this research. And for the next part is the operational definition that service content quality is defined as a perception from customer in regards of the effectivity of service content delivered by any e-commerce site that facilitates customers' activity in online shopping, while the service delivery quality is defined as the level of efficiency in regards of customer feeling about the ease of use to operate the service content provided by an e-commerce site. The enjoyment is defined as the degree to which using technology is considered fun in itself, regardless of the consequences of performance that can be anticipated. The perceived diagnosticity is defined as the extent of evaluation degree in terms of product quality, functionality, and appearance that is experienced by the customer in facilitates their shopping activities. And perceived justifiability is defined as the level of state from customer that shows customer choice was made on a defensible basis and supported by comprehensive decision process. And next, the website appeal is defined as the extent of pleasurable feelings that is experienced by the customer in regard to the ability of newcomer site to evoke positive feelings and stimulate the cognition or emotion of individuals with respect to its service quality. While the product appeal is the same with website appeal, but with respect to the product listed on the site. And trust is defined as the extent of psychological state that is experienced by the customer regarding the intention to accept the information and transaction process within the website. Last, purchase intention is defined as the extent of willingness from the customer to make a purchase from the website. And next is this research is used quantitative approach with non-probability and purpose sampling with the sample size of 528 respondents and sample unit that only distributed in Java Island for 15 until 60 years old that making a purchase for the last 1 year from those top 5 e-commerce in Indonesia. And this research used primary and secondary data with 32 close-ended questions with 5-point Likert scale. KMO, MSA, and Bartlett test of sphericity is used for measuring sample adequacy testing, while confirmatory factor analysis is used for validity testing and Cron-Bahava for reliability testing. Lastly, this research used multiple regression method and hierarchical moderated regression for the data analysis. And here's the respondent profile that the majority of the respondents are between 15 until 25 years old with college student as their background, and 50.6% of them live in daerah istimewa Yogyakarta. The most chosen e-commerce for them is Shopee and Tokopedia, with the average shopping value is below 500,000 rupiah per transaction. And next, from the sample adequacy testing, it shows that the data from this research can be said as valid because it shows more than 0.5 for KMO value and significance value 0.000, which is less than 5%. And for the validity testing, it shows that all variables pass the validity test because the loading factor value is more than 0.5 and group per component. For the reliability testing, it shows that Cron-Bahava value for all variables are more than 0.6, so it can be said that it is reliable. Next, unfortunately, for normality test, the result explained that there isn't any variable that indicated to be normally distributed in accordance to the significance value of less than 0.05. But on the other hand, from multicollinearity testing, the result shows that there is no multicollinearity between dependent variable in all 3 regression models. And next is descriptive statistics. From 528 respondents, it shows that the highest mean is service delivery quality with 4.18 out of 5 points, and the lowest mean is trust with 3.69 out of 5. And here's the correlation between variables, that all variables pass at a significant level at 1%, with some of the variables has a strong correlation that shows the value more than 0.5. And lastly, this is the hypothesis testing. And here's the hypothesis testing for the first regression that consists of variable service content quality, service delivery quality, and enjoyment toward website appeal. The requirement for hypothesis to be supported is when the significant value that is less than 0.05 and the count more than the t-table. From this requirement, we can conclude that the hypothesis 1 is not supported with the beta of 0.057, but significance value 0.282. The second hypothesis is also not supported with beta of minus 0.031 with significant value 0.575. Last but not least, the third hypothesis is supported with beta 0.536 and significant value 0.000. And next is the hypothesis testing for the second regression that consists of variable diagnosticity and justifiability toward product appeal. From this regression, we can conclude that the fourth hypothesis is supported with beta of 0.199 and significant value 0.000. Fifth hypothesis also supported with beta of 0.206 and significant value of 0.000. And next is the hypothesis testing for the third regression that consists of variable website appeal, product appeal, and trust toward purchase intention. And from this regression, we can conclude that the sixth hypothesis is supported with beta of 0.280 and significance value 0.000. And unfortunately, the seventh hypothesis is not supported with beta of 0.05 and significant value of 0.261. The eighth hypothesis is supported with beta of 0.228 and significant value of 0.000. Next is the hypothesis testing with hierarchical moderated regression, measuring the effect of trust toward the relationship of website appeal and product purchase intention. The requirement for hypothesis to be supported is when significant F change less than 0.05, and from those requirements, we can conclude that the hypothesis 9 is supported with the R-squared change of 0.011 with significance level at 0.003. Last, is the hypothesis testing with the hierarchical moderated regression, measuring the effect of trust toward the relationship of product appeal and purchase intention. And from this regression, we can conclude that hypothesis 10 is supported with R-square change of not supported, sorry, with the R-square change of 0.004 with significance level at 0.106. And next is the hypothesis result summary that shows 6 hypotheses in this result is supported and 4 hypotheses in this result is not supported. The result of not supported hypotheses are due to the differences in result setting and also the number of respondents, not corresponding to the result from the previous research. The research conducted by the researcher here in Java Island, Indonesia, with total of 522 respondents compared to 299 in previous research who were a member of a panel of existing e-commerce consumers. The uncommon behavior of shopping online in Indonesia could be also the problem of having the different results. And here's the result model for the hypothesis testing result summary. And for that, the conclusion from this research that first, service content quality has a positive influences on website appeal, but proved to be not significant. The second one, service delivery quality has a negative influences on website appeal and proved to be not significant. The third one, enjoyment has a positive influences on website appeal and proved to be significant. The fourth one, perceived diagnosticity has a positive influences on product appeal and proved to be significant. The fifth one, perceived justifiability has a positive influences on product appeal and proved to be significant. And next, website appeal has a positive influences on purchase intention and proved to be significant. The seventh one, product appeal has a positive influences on purchase intention but proved to be significant, not significant. The eighth one, trust has a positive influences on purchase intention and proved to be significant. The ninth one, trust reinforcing the positive relationship between website appeal and purchase intention and proved to be significant. Last but not least, trust reinforcing the positive relationship between website appeal and purchase intention but proved to be not significant. And based on that, the major implication that e-commerce site could offer the sophisticated product search features to ensure the high service content quality to boost consumer perception regarding the website quality. Marketers could also innovate their website to be look as complex and comprehensive, as well as innovate in terms of product recommendation based on the behavior and preferences. E-commerce also can give a vivid product presentation to ensure the right product are being offered to put aside negative perception of having fraud from customer. And then having features in e-commerce sites such as positive user-generated reviews, product warranty, and recommendation to convince customers regarding the true product quality. And from the 6 hypotheses, we can learn that marketers should make a visual of their website, for example, like colors, fonts, and etc., which certainly match the image of the e-commerce sites to be the most attractive one to increase the website quality itself. And marketers should innovate and develop more in terms of complementary product, and they also can create a branding of marketing campaign of e-commerce site as well as the positive word of mouth to shape customer mind to perceive an e-commerce site as the trusted one. From the named hypothesis, we can learn that marketers should try to understand the factors that influence the generation of trusting beliefs in an online environment to create a good perception of e-commerce site to enhance purchase intention. And last, from the last hypothesis, we can learn that e-commerce site can attract new customers with product-oriented functionality to generate purchase intention. But there are some limitations from this research, such as limited to top 5 e-commerce only in Indonesia, namely Shopee, Tokopedia, Bukalapak, Lazada, and Blibli, and also limited to the customer that domiciled in Java Island only. And this research used a cross-sectional method of collecting data, and as a result, the changes of every answer of customer from time to time cannot be known with certainty. And this research only refers to e-commerce sites, so it cannot be generalized to other type of online stores. And last but not least, the respondent in this study mostly majority aged 15 until 25 years old with college student as their background. Therefore, this is expected to have future research expected to be able to test the other e-commerce site and then to test the other audience outside the Java Island, and then use longitudinal data collection method so the changes in the customer answer can be observed, and so their effect on purchase intention can be identified. And the fourth one, future research is expected to develop the scope of the research with different research settings so it can be research online stores more generally. Last, future research is expected to develop the scope of respondents to be more general and to be more specific. And that will be the end of my presentation. Hope you like it. Thank you very much. Stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.